Hello, my name's Artemis, and I have done my fair share of working in different varied places and different shitholes where you need to get a paycheck, and I also have spoken to plenty of people who have also worked in a bunch of different workplaces, and if there's one thing that I've found to be true, is that they are all equally shit, especially when it comes to the kind of bullshit they inflict upon the people who are forced to be there. And so when you see these common issues, these common problems, the same sorts of people, same sorts of crap that you have to deal with, you start to realise that there is actually like a little set of cheat codes that you can use to survive this bullshit, because you're gonna face it practically everywhere you go, but you don't have to suffer. You can learn to twist it to your advantage, and I think I've got some tips on how to do that. So, guess what we're getting into this week? Communication is very much a big problem in pretty much every workplace. No one seems to know how to fucking speak to each other, or they just flat out don't do it. They just assume that you're psychic and you know what's going on in their twisted, fucked up, depressing little labyrinth of a brain. Spoiler alert, it's probably something dirty and kinky. And unfortunately, no, we don't have that level of psychic ability, and if you need information conveyed to people, you have to convey it fucking verbally, or write it down or some shit, but they can't get that. And even if they do, they've got such awful communication skills that they don't do it properly, efficiently, they don't actually let you know what's going on, and you're gonna find this in practically every place you go to. So how do you defeat it? You fucking make them do it. And you do that by just flat out only doing what you've been told to do, and if they haven't told you, don't fucking do it. Keep receipts. Make sure you keep notes, okay? Take notes. Keep a little notebook of what you've been told to do and what you haven't been told to do if necessary. Fucking email that shit. If they're having conversations with you, fucking email them a follow-up afterwards. And if they're telling you to do something, make sure everybody knows they told you to do it, and that if it was wrong in the end, it was because of them. Okay, sometimes you gotta force them to do it. If they're not communicating with you, if they need something doing and they haven't told you to do it, don't just do it, make them fucking communicate. And if they're like, oh, why didn't that get done? Say, well, because you never communicated to me that it needed doing. If you told me to do it, I would have done it, but you didn't, so I didn't. Fucking simple as that, isn't it? Sometimes you gotta be a petty little bitch and make these assholes do their fucking job. Rotas and scheduling will always be a fucking problem. Some people just clearly can't figure out what staff they need in and when, and so have to just figure it out at the last minute. And it doesn't matter how much notice they have of days off, paid time off, all of that shit, they still fucking can't seem to do it until the night before. They're changing shifts all the goddamn time. You never know what you're doing week to week, despite the fact you're supposed to have a regular shift pattern, and generally it's just, well, we need you to do these things, so please just do them. No, absolutely fucking not. If you are supposed to be in a shift pattern, get in that shift pattern and refuse to fucking change. If they want to change something, insist on a notice period. Tell them, if you are asking me to swap a shift and I don't have at least 24 hours notice, it's not fucking happening. If you're trying to phone me up the night before, I ain't fucking answering. If you're trying to change that shit without telling me and expect me to know, I will be the most pedantic little asshole possible, and I will just go through with what I already knew was going to be the case. Not what you've changed it to without saying anything. No, you didn't tell me that shit, and I'll make that fucking known. You didn't do your job, so I'm going to help fuck it up. Okay? Be fucking useful when you need to be useful and build favors, but if they're going to be doing this sort of shit, fuck them entirely. Toxic leadership is everywhere. Unfortunately, people who are given leadership positions are rarely trained on how to actually lead a fucking team. They know how to do different parts of the job, like cashing up or rotas and schedules, but they don't actually know how to speak to someone without being a cunt. I'm actually fairly certain that's part of the requisites for being a fucking manager, but hey, whatever, not all managers are dicks. But you do get a lot of people who just like the power. They like having a bit of authority over people. They like being above you. They like being as toxic as fucking possible. Do what I say. I'm the boss. I didn't tell you to do that. Should we have our phones out on the shop floor? Motherfucker. Calm your shit down, okay? You get paid like 10 pence more an hour than I do, and they make you do 10 times more of the work. You're more of a mug than I ever was. But there are numerous ways that you can get around this. And again, keep fucking receipts, okay? If they're telling you shit, if they're being dicks, if they're just generally doing this, every single time they have a conversation with you, you fucking send them a follow-up email. Like, so this is the things that we discussed, and this is what we're going to do going forward. You BCC the manager in on that, by the way. You make sure that that shit is not just a receipt between you two, but other people know what's going on, so that you have a fucking paper trail if they decide to fuck you in the ass, which, if something goes wrong, they will. And generally, you just be a petty little bitch. Again, pettiness is your friend in the workplace, okay? It's how you're going to survive in a lot of these situations. You out-professional them. If they're trying to get a rise out of you, if they're biting at you, if they're giving you attitude, or just generally being a useless fucking leader, out-professional them. If they come at you with attitude, just say, okay, I'm not entirely sure what's brought on this emotional outburst from you, but that's not very conducive to a positive working atmosphere. So perhaps we should step away, calm ourselves down a little bit, and then we can reapproach the situation with clear heads and find a compromise and a solution that works best for the business and ourselves. Oh my god, that will piss them off so fucking hard. If you can out-petty them, if you can be the one that sits down and says, that's not actually very professional, and now everybody can see that, you will destroy them internally. Because they want you to kick off. They want you to show yourself up as the problem. Don't fucking do it. Be a stubborn, petty asshole. It works for me. Oh, the joys of the work-life balance, which of course most workplaces just do not believe exists. They're constantly expecting you to be available 24/7. Short notice, definitely want you in. If it's your day off, they're going to be contacting you maybe with questions, maybe with queries, maybe just to talk about work stuff. Maybe they've got training videos and shit like that they need you to watch, but they don't want to allocate time in the shift for you to watch them, so they'll just do it on your free time. Maybe they've just decided that you should be responding to emails or staying late or coming in early. Or hell, maybe it's something like they don't want to come in and do their job and fucking close the business up, so they've decided they're going to get you to do it instead. Yeah, that's right, calling you out, bitch. Do not fucking do it. Absolutely not. If you are working 9 to 5, then you don't do shit before 9 o'clock, and you sure as shit don't do anything after 5, okay? If you are not being paid, you are not available. They do not need reasons. If it's your day off and they're phoning you up, ignore it. Just fucking ignore it. Don't give any answers, don't give anything. And if you are being paid like by the minute or by the hour and you're being clocked in, then every single time they do this, you fucking make sure you get compensated for that time. And I don't just mean like, oh, I had to go in and do a thing and then leave, so I clocked in when I got there. No. If it's your day off and they're asking you to go in, then you clock in the second the phone rings, and you clock out the second you are back doing whatever you were doing on your day off. Because they have taken time out of your free time. They should be paying for the fucking commute. They should be paying for the time that you are fucking losing from your free time, okay? Fuck these assholes. Just because they don't have a life that's worth fucking spending time on doesn't mean they take it out of yours. I absolutely love it when companies say that they expect 110% and we expect all of our employees to go above and beyond and truly deliver. I love that shit because I'm like, I don't even give you 100%. I give you like 20. This job is fucking easy. Every job is easy. None of it is really telling me that I need to give a full 100%. Bitch, I have a life going on. I have thoughts in my head. Do you think that you're commanding all of that shit? I'm barely even paying attention. And going above and beyond just sounds like we need you to do work that we're not going to fairly compensate you for. Fuck that shit. They will always try and put more responsibilities on you than you're being paid for. They will always try and get you to do more shit that they don't want to do, but they should be doing. If you ain't a manager, don't do management shit. If staff are leaving because they don't like the place or whatever, and they're not replacing them, don't do their work. Don't pick up the slack. They were more than happy to pay someone to do that shit before. Why are they expecting the same amount of work for less pay? Don't let them fucking get away with it. You do your shit. If they say that, well, we need you to be a team player and we really need you to take on an increased workload, then you say, cool, well then let's sit down and we'll discuss my compensation package and how much I'm being paid for this. Like, if I go to McDonald's and I want a large fries, I'm going to pay for a large fries. If I walk in there and say, I want a small fries, but you need to give me a large, they're going to laugh me out the building, okay? If you want something, you pay for it. Don't you dare give your labor away for free. Broken systems are everywhere, and a lot of times places are run by people who never actually worked in the fucking building themselves. They've never actually done the job that they somehow have control over. If you face this, which you fucking will, it can be a real bitch. You're being told to do something a certain way, which doesn't make any fucking sense. So just do it. Fuck it. If you know better, that's great and that's wonderful, but you ain't being paid for that. And they will have a go at you for it. Doesn't matter if things are better because you're showing someone up. Essentially, some asshole is having to justify their job in head office for being like, oh, I'm putting in these new protocols and these new orders in which we do things. Great, wonderful. You're trying not to get made redundant because clearly your job doesn't need to fucking exist. But if they want to fucking do this, let them fall on their sword, okay? They are making themselves a noose. You do not need to stop them from hanging themselves. fucking let them. If they put in some bullshit that's going to take way more time and is going to be really inefficient, do it. To the letter. Just fucking do it. It will be a pain in the ass. You won't like it, but it will prove the point. You are never going to change someone's mind by doing something in a more efficient way, but you will change their mind by doing exactly what they say to the letter and demonstrating how fucking stupid it is. And the final point is the whole lovely performance improvement plan, or whatever they call it, whether they put you on a career trajectory plan or some sort of report system. If you ever get put on one of those, or potentially you start having meetings about your attitude in the workplace and how you fit in with people, then it's time to leave. That's time to go, okay? That's job done. That's game over. These things, like performance improvement plans, it's called something different in most different places, but generally when they bring you in and say, you're not doing that well in these areas and we need to help you improve to get you to be doing what we need you to be doing. That's not what they're actually doing. They're not trying to improve you. They're not trying to lift you up and build you up and develop you. What they're doing is creating a paper trail, because they want to fire you. But if they do it right now, you can sue them and you'll win. If they create a paper trail, if they start inventing problems with attitude and conduct and behavior and shit like that, then they will be able to build a case to fire you that you can't sue them for it. The second they bring you in and tell you, we're putting you on this plan, you're giving your notice and you fucking leave. The second they bring you in and they tell you that you're doing your job fine, you're getting everything done, we've got no problems with the way you do your job, but it's your attitude, you fucking leave. Because that's literally them just saying like, yeah, we don't like you anymore and we want you to fucking go. I've had that myself. Anytime I get told I have an attitude problem, I leave the fucking place. Because I'm like, okay, cool, clearly whatever's been going on, you don't fucking like me anymore, absolutely fine, but I ain't gonna pretend otherwise. So I'm gonna be looking for another job, and the second I found one, bye bitches! And that's exactly what I fucking did. It is the best thing for you. Don't try and think that you're gonna be able to claw it back. You're not. Take the hints, see the red flag, fucking go. Fuck those assholes. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it is relatable, because I am fairly fucking certain these issues permeate throughout the entire world of work and that everybody has dealt with them to some degree. Hopefully these do help you survive in that shithole that is paid employment. I do feel like this is absolutely everywhere, because whenever I hear someone talk about work, it's always the same stuff, no matter what industry they're in or what business. So, whoa. Yay capitalism, I guess. But thank you for watching. If you would like to help support Capitalist Nightmare, we have different ways in which you can do that. If you are a thirsty little bitch who likes the paws, who likes the feats, and likes to see them, guess what? We got you covered. Yes, it is shameless that I'm advertising that. It is kind of stupid. It is kind of funny. It's kind of, what the fuck are you doing showing feet pics after a video like that? But look, still did it. Still did it. And maybe you'll like it. There's also merchandise, which is definitely worth a look, because it's pretty fucking cool. Like, you get hoodies, you get t-shirts, you get paw cushions. You can sleep with your face on my paws. Like, come on. Do I even need to sell it more than that? I don't think I do. And if you just like us surviving, if you just like me being able to eat, despite the fact I could clearly miss a few meals and be fine, then you can do that too. There's plenty of ways that you can help us. You can even get shit for it. We give you like custom videos, access to a Discord server, access to me, which may or may not be amazing and wonderful, but that's just my low self-esteem talking, don't worry about that. But yeah, you can always check it out and have a look and see if there's something that's right for you. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this video and it was funny and entertaining and not just soul-destroyingly depressing, and I guess I'll see you all next week. Bye!